If you just sang every day, maybe a couple of songs in the car, a couple of songs in the shower, maybe even some scales when you have time, will this improve your singing? And as always, the answer is maybe. For plenty of people, they've developed a pretty good voice by just singing songs again and again and again. But for others, you can spend years singing daily, singing songs in the car, but you still sound exactly the same, if not worse. And so really for today, I want to explore why this happens. And especially if you're someone who really wants to get better at singing, I want to share some pointers with you so you don't fall into this boat. Now, real quick, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ivan. I'm a voice teacher who works with students from all around the world. And really on this channel, on this show, on this podcast, my goal is to make learning how to sing as easy and as simple as possible. So if that is something that is up your lane, consider subscribing wherever you're joining me from. If your goal is to improve your singing fast, I've also got ways to work with me more privately. Links are all down in the description. And last but not least, if you want to inspire our next episode, leave down in the comments below what you want me to talk about next. Anyway, let's dive in. So let's actually use the analogy of working out, to build a better, stronger, more muscular physique. And I like this analogy because this was literally me and my friend. And so years ago, we actually both started working out and we had this goal of trying to build more muscle, get a better physique. And so we showed up consistently. And so work ethic wasn't really the problem here. It wasn't as if he was showing up and I wasn't showing up. We were both showing up consistently. But what was interesting after years of doing this, my friend became noticeably more muscly. He became noticeably more ripped. He actually built the body. Whereas for me, I honestly looked about the same. And this drove me crazy. Why is it that, we're both showing up, we're both working out, but then for some reason, he sees the results and I didn't? The key here for me was recognizing that there were specific things that drive progress. In the case of building muscles, some of these key drivers are, number one, if you want to gain a bit of muscle, you have to eat at a slight calorie surplus. Number two, you need to train your sets close to failure, right? Get close to failure. And then number three, you rest enough so you do it again and again and again. And so you see, this was the challenge. I was showing up consistently, I was working out, and so was my friend, but I neglected some of the drivers of progress, right? In this case, it was not eating enough. If anything, I was actually eating below. So I was actually losing weight. And so you see, no matter how you work, sometimes if you're not covering those key specific things that drive progress, you won't see progress. I also believe this applies to us as singers. And I think this explains why, if we were to sing every single day, some people would see results and some people would not see as much results. The nuance here is, are they doing the things that specifically drive progress? Now, what are the things that actually drive progress? Now, personally for me, I think you can break it down into two things. The first one is, are we building better technique? Are we building a more efficient voice? Are we building a voice that feels easier to use? The second one is, are we building better styling? Are we accessing all these different vocal colors, all these different kind of sounds that we can make? And are we doing them in a way that's tasteful, right? And this allows us to convey emotions and allows us to tell a story that your audience really resonates with. That is style. And so you really need to ask yourself this as you're singing every single day. Maybe you're singing songs, maybe you're singing, some scales because you've got a bit of time. Are you actually building these two things up? Are you building better technique and are you building better style? Do you even know what good technique is or what good styling is? Because if you don't, you're honestly just singing and hoping for the best. And so yes, if you sang every day, you could get better. There are plenty of people who just go to the gym and then they get fit. But then there are plenty of people who also don't. They might be kind of putting in the work, they're showing up consistently, but they're still not seeing the results that they want. Personally, for me, I wouldn't leave it to chance. There's a lot of videos, a lot of resources out there that can show you how to build better technique. There are specific exercises to do this. There are also ways you can style your voice better. In fact, if this does pique your interest, I would highly recommend, after this episode, rather than me regurgitating it here, check out episodes 129, 138 for technique, or if you're interested in more developing your style, episode 141. Anyway, team, I hope this episode was useful. If it is, please do all the usual social media stuff that really helps promote this channel and helps us grow. And it would really, really mean the world to me. If you're looking to improve your voice and you want to get better with your singing, once again, there are links down in the description on how you can work with me more privately. And I've also got some self-study courses that you can work through at your own time. Apart from that, I will see you every single Thursday or Friday for these weekly tutorials. My name's Ivan, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.